So what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 100 Effects. This is your host speaking, Mr. Felix, the man, the myth, the fucking legend himself. Yeah man, it's me guys. Yeah, today I'm going to walk you guys through my thought process as I look for an entry in this GBP JPY. So if you're interested in learning how the real traders do it, how the odogus themselves, the beasts in this market do it, man, stick around and find out. So guys, here we have GBP JPY and we are currently on the daily time frames. Here we're having an area of support, resistance. So this is where we market currently is at. So that's why it's struggling to beat here, because there's a ceiling over here. I call this a ceiling because that's what areas of resistance are. I marked out these others because right above here there's an order block. So these are areas where price will most likely go to when it's looking for liquidity. Just as I always say, price is a liquidity eater. It's not a man eater, but it's a liquidity eater. It doesn't eat man, it eats liquidity. So around here there's liquidity around this place. Around here there's also liquidity. So here is the current nearest place of liquidity. So this is where we're at right now. So when I zoom into the 4-hour time frame, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that price broke slightly above, but it didn't close above the area. So I'm guessing that it's going back to sweep on to look for liquidity, and then tries again to break. Then it will realize that I need more strength, I need more liquidity. So most likely it will go all the way up to this level down here, around this place that I marked right here with this square. Around, okay, it's not a square, it's a rectangle. Sorry guys, but it's a very strong fair value gap. So most likely price will retrace back to here. Just so you can see my thought process or what was happening around here. Price is making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we're clearly in a bullish market. As you can see, high high, high low, high high, yeah. High high. This was a liquidity sweep right here. You see on liquidity, just the same way this move is also some same move that will happen here. It will sweep on. I'll just show you guys. And then now here we are. So this is where we are. So we're in a bullish market. So what we're looking for is buys to go up when we enter the 1-hour time frame. We're seeing that there's a whole liquidity pool around here. Around here, this is a lot and a lot and a lot of liquidity. So what price normally does, it will come back to around this place to sweep on some of the liquidity that is around here and also leave other liquidity. So as you can see, it broke this up, this resistance level is coming back down up to around here, and then it must go back to around the same place to try and break it again. And if it fails, it must come look for more liquidity, because around up here there's still resting liquidity. Around this level up here there's still resting liquidity. So what will happen is, it will hopefully, though I'm not I'm not good, I'm just trying to understand this market, just like I'm trying to understand your baby. Damn! Sits on the liquidity right up here, goes down, looks for strength to go down even further, because once it reaches around this level here, the buyers now take control. The buyers are looking to sweep on this liquidity up here. So once the sell side liquidity is already swept, which is around here that I've shown you, the sell side liquidity is swept, the buyers now take control, take back their market and try to break this level that's been formed here. But because this liquidity won't or isn't enough to sustain the breaking of this support, this resistance level. So they'll realize that they need more liquidity. So now they give the sellers the hand in the market. So the sellers will now look for even more liquidity. So around here, there's liquidity that would have been left. And this is I forget the name, but it's liquidity in a straight line or something of the sort. There's a lot of standing liquidity over here. So what price will do? Price comes back, sweeps on that liquidity slightly, and then a slight inducement, come back to test it, then comes back down for now the main liquidity, which is around this order block, and then now it can now break to hopefully that other level. You see what I'm trying to say right here. Price is always hunting for liquidity, and so that this level might actually stand, it's around this change of character. And I've noted in previous markets, price always comes back to where there was a change of character, always. So this is the change of character. This is the break of structure right up here. It broke structure and change of character. So it leaves liquidity. If you watch in my other videos, you'll know that I usually say once price has changed the character, it must leave liquidity, break structure, comes back to sweep on that liquidity, and then it comes back lower to an order block or a strong fair value gap below all this liquidity. And the closest fair value gap is the closest order block is right here. So this is my point of interest. So now, just as I always say, trading is a game of waiting. Yeah, so price always comes back to the point of interest where there's a change of character. So you can see there's standing liquidity around here. This is trend line liquidity, and there's liquidity around here. So it must come and sweep all of this, come and retest. Let me just show you. As you can see, it's coming down, sweep on all this liquidity, test it, then come back lower to this level and then higher. This is how price moves, chasing liquidity like a bitch chasing a dick.
Yeah, boy.
Sorry, I know. Trigger warning. Comes, sweep on this. So once it's swept all this liquidity, it will come and try to retest because liquidity gives it strength. Sweeps on this sell side liquidity, gives it strength to come back and retest, and the strength won't be enough to break it completely and firmly up to the next zone where there is standing liquidity, which is around this zone up here. So what it does, it comes back lower for more strength and more liquidity. Basically, it's looking for more food. It's eaten food up here, it's eaten lunch around here. Once it's done with lunch, it thinks now it gets the strength to break this, then it's like, nah, I need more food. So it comes back for supper around this point of interest. Because this is where there's an order block sweeping all of this liquidity, even the liquidity that would have been left around here. Sweeping on all of it and then come back, and now it's full, it's ready to go and climbs, and now full buy. So this is the main trade I'm waiting for, but since I can get a little bit something from this move right here, let me show you guys how we'll do it right here. So now you can come to the lower time frames. This is a trade for the 1 hour time frame or the 30-minute time frame, but now for this main trade over here is for the 1 hour 30-minute time frame. But now coming back to the lower time frames, you can see here there's liquidity, price swept on it, price swept on the liquidity, coming back to retest this level right here, and then comes back lower to around here because this is the next order block. Yeah, so this is where it's going to rest before going back further. Why do I believe in this zone? First of all, because price can also come back to test this zone that is around somewhere here. Yeah, it can also come back. That's also a possibility. Price doesn't give a fuck. It just does what it wants. But why do I believe in this zone more? Because first of all, it's the most recent one. Second of all, it's pretty strong. As you can see, it's a support zone that's been tested more than once. Draw a line here. You can see once, twice, around here, thrice, around somewhere here. It's shady, but 4 times. Yeah, so I have faith in my zone, and either way, I stand to be corrected. So here we are. I'm waiting for it to hit this zone or sweep on liquidity around somewhere around here, and somewhere in this level here. Okay, in the 1 minute it will be more clear. It's probably even swept it. Yeah, it's probably most likely swept the liquidity. As you can see this move right here. Sweeping on this, I don't think it will come all the way up to here. But even if it does, the move has left us. Our point of interest is here, so just be patient. Because I understand what's happening. I understand the higher time frame analysis, so I won't be in a hurry to enter the trade right now. So it's swept, it comes back lower, it will consolidate a bit, then come here. Then now my first take profit will be here. My second one will be here. My third one will be here. So this is my trade for today. Let's see how it turns out. This is a trade continuation. I want to see what actually happened here. As you can see, I'm getting cooked.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Anyway, it's a learning process, man. So you can see here, price came, hit TP1. Let me try to see it in the 1 minute time frame to actually see what fucking happened here. So here, my entry point was here. There's an order block around here. This order block here in the 1 minute time frame. So this is what I was aiming for. Price came and swept on that liquidity, and then went lower. I was expecting it to come all the way and sweep on liquidity all the way up here. But now I'm coming to realize that it needs strength. Price needs strength to break every level. So coming back to the 15 minutes time frame, this was a strong level right here. So, and there was standing liquidity around here. So now my lesson that I've learned is price needs strength to break, to reach every level. The deeper it goes, the higher it will go. For example, here it came up to pick on liquidity around this order block that was standing here, came back down to sweep on this liquidity that I had ignored here, that I had said that I was saying that price won't come back to. All this liquidity right here. So this is what it came for. You can see swept on this liquidity, and now it's gaining strength to go even higher. So now what will happen is it won't reach this high completely. Yeah, I don't think it will. Because why don't I think so? If you come to the 30-minute time frame, you can see that the move that caused this up to here, that caused this high, this recent high road here, came from all the way down here, from around here. So that means it needs to sweep all this liquidity. It needs to come back here so that it gets strength to break all the way there, this high. It needs to come back lower for it to go higher. So what I think will happen is it will come, sweep on liquidity at my TP2, because here there's also remaining liquidity, which will give it strength to go even lower. So it might come around here, consolidate a bit, gain even more liquidity, then it comes lower and ta-da, breaks this. Today is on Thursday. It is on Thursday, so I'm expecting this move to happen within like 2 days. So basically, this will take place up to Monday. So right now, GBP JPY is pulse for us because as you can see, price is heading towards our TP2. But for the guys that would have been, yeah, I for the TP1, it hits TP1 clearly with the risk to reward of 1 to around 2 there. Yeah, that's not bad either way. But the sky is the limit either way, man. But what I've learned from this trade is that price needs strength. For it to reach here, it doesn't need some weaker strength. It needs strong strength, and it derives this strength from going deeper into the market and getting stronger liquidity. So the liquidity that was here wasn't strong enough to push it all the way up. So it had to come back for this liquidity. Now I've learned that if you want it to go higher, it needs to go lower. It's like a rubber band. If you want it to just to reach here, okay, if it comes back to around here, it will come here. The deeper it goes, the farther it goes. The deeper it goes, the farther it will go. So now if you understand where it wants to really go, as you can see right here, we understand that it wants to break. This is the target. This is what buyers are targeting. Since we're in a bullish market, we understand that this is what buyers are targeting all the way up here. So for it to reach here, it needs a deeper pullback and deeper pullback.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget.
So even this is temporary. It will just hit TP2 and come back all the way deeper now for it to break. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been real. It's been a lesson for me. I hope you've learned something from this. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember to share with your friends who are also traders and who you want them to also learn something from this. I'm not posting all this content because I want money from you guys or something. This is like my journal, by the way. This is how I'm learning, and I'm hoping you could also learn something from me. So guys, it's been real. Keep on keeping on. The markets are like your baby, looking for liquidity as food. And yeah, have a wonderful time, guys. Take care. Peace.